Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another Sussex Prayer Time. This is Lit for Sussex. Welcome back, Prince Harry, Princess Megan. We're praying for you, Mama Doria, Prince Archie, Princess Lilibet, your aunties and your great aunties and uncles. We're here. We're praying for you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Welcome back, intercessors, all of our families and friends. New subscribers, thank you so much. You are welcome here. And we are here to pray for the Sussexes. Our focus is on them, and we are studying the Word of God. We're looking at Luke chapter 1, and we are getting a lot of instructions, a lot of encouragement from these scriptures, and so many of these verses are directly correlated with the lives of the Sussexes and our own individual lives. So we have looked at the story of the priest Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth. They were serving God. They were credited as being upright and righteous in God's eyes, yet they had a problem. They were getting older, much older, and they wanted a child. And Elizabeth, the wife, was from good family background. She's from the tribe of Aaron, and she is just being a very good woman and just couldn't have a baby. So if we can just empathize with her, the shame, the fear, the mockery, because it was a big deal. It still is a big deal if you want to have a child, and years are going by and you're not able to conceive. In those days, it seemed like the blame or the responsibility for barrenness laid squarely on the shoulders of the woman. And as we know, that's not the case normally. Could be either the woman or her husband, her spouse, that has the problem that prevents the pregnancy from occurring. But in any way, the Lord intervened. Seemed like at the last minute, they're old, it's becoming biologically impossible for them to have a child. But God intervened and sent an angel while Zechariah was serving in the temple. He was burning incense, and Zechariah was shocked, with this divine encounter, and he exercised some amount of doubt whether what the angel told him was possible or not. And so he was rendered dumb until the baby was not only conceived, but the baby was born. So then he went home to his wife, and the Bible tells us in this same chapter, Luke chapter 1, that after so many days, Elizabeth found out that she was having a baby, and she kept herself secluded. She didn't tell too many people. She kept herself safe, and she was rejoicing in her heart, very happy, but she was not exposing herself to too many people to know her business. She knew how many people felt about her not being pregnant. They talked behind her back, and they mocked her and they laughed at her, so she was keeping it very quiet. In the meantime, we've been introduced to another character, Mary. And Mary lived some distance away from Elizabeth and Zechariah, and Elizabeth was a cousin to Mary. And Mary was betrothed, so she was pledged to marry Joseph, but they weren't married yet. And no doubt, just like Elizabeth, she would want to have children after she got married. But the angel came to her, the same angel, Gabriel, came to her and told her that she's found favor with God, and she is going to have a child. So Mary is so excited for Elizabeth, and she probably can't wait to see Elizabeth and share the joy with her. But Mary was afraid. She was afraid because of what the angel had said to her. There's so much in the message that Mary had to rejoice about as the angel shared with her who this child was going to be, who her child was going to be. But I'm sure the human side of Mary was like, how is this going to happen? How is this going to work? You know, what if Joseph doesn't agree to this? Like, how is that going to be for the two of us and our marriage? You know, but so Mary kept all of those things in her heart and wondered, you know, how it's going to be. But she was still very expectant and rejoicing in the good news. So sometimes there's good news, but there's also a bit of fear as we anticipate what the repercussions may be of the good news. You know, even if you won $1 million, it's good news, but you're going to have to pay tax. There's going to be a lot more scrutiny on, you know, on your estate and on your life. You know, so even though you may get each other. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.